recently there was the Restaurant Marketing Summit provided by the Digital Restaurant Association, and they provided this really useful list of ways to use dynamic pricing as a part of your marketing mix. I want to go through all 9. This is directly related to restaurants operating as e-commerce companies, because this is a new technology and it applies to your restaurant pricing, mostly over third-party delivery channels. Okay, so without further ado, number 1 of the 9 ways to use dynamic pricing as a part of your marketing mix. Number 1, demand-based pricing. So adjust your prices based on demand fluctuations. This is the basic use of dynamic pricing. Jose, what are your comments on this type of a strategy?
Well, back to data that it will show you things you didn't know in a very quick way. I think that there is a lot to learn in a totally new dimension with dynamic pricing. So this one is probably the most scary because everybody has experienced it on big margins with search pricing and hotel tickets, and that I think that's where the biggest fear comes from. But we know that the marginal adjustments that dynamic pricing allows to do in these big data calculations will allow for really marginal changes that most users will not even realize. So I think it's important though that you can understand and imagine you're understanding the price sensitivity and elasticity of your product and the audience that you're targeting. Therefore, you can learn, just like we're saying, you can learn from that to make the choices. Like we say a lot of times in marketing, do what works, stop doing what's not working, right? So it's extremely powerful.
I agree. Well said. Number 2, time-based pricing. Vary prices based on the time of day to match marketing objectives by day part. So this is happy hour, right?
Right.
Okay. Number 3, day of the week pricing. Adjust your prices by the day of the week to create and manage demand by day. So obviously we want to build up towards the weekend or apply pricing strategies that offset your off-peak hours during the lower points of the week, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday.
Right. And the thing is that the beauty about all these new technologies is that it takes big data, learns without you even telling anything, that that on Mondays, this particular operation whose workers come to you all the time are not there anymore. For example, let's say landscaping that is scheduled for Wednesdays. So the workers, they always talk and brag about your restaurant. They all go together as there's a little search there, right? So AI can help you to make the proper decisions with that, so that there's a specific change that happens because of that day of the week.
Absolutely. Similarly, number 4, seasonal pricing. So implement seasonal pricing and menus to cater to seasonal variations in customer preferences, demand, and ingredients. Your menu is likely going to be different in terms of whether it's summer or if it's winter. So we're going to adjust price. What's in season?
Asparagus changes quite, like the change of price of asparagus, it oscillates quite a bit. So if you're offering it, then that would be part of the seasonality that would be considered.
For those of you that don't speak Jose, he's saying asparagus.
Asparagus.
All right, moving on to number 5, event-based pricing. leverage dynamic pricing during special events and holidays to attract more customers and create a sense of urgency. Again, dynamic pricing can be used in this sense when you've got a sold out show across the street, or there's a ball game going on, or a concert, something along those lines. So adjusting your prices to accommodate for an influx of foot traffic, and then targeting those geographic locations through online advertising. So you can use something like geo-targeting with your Facebook ad during the ball game when you know people are lining up or they're on their way to the ballpark. Those are really simple and easy strategies to deploy.
That's right.
All right, moving on to number 6 of the 9 ways to use dynamic pricing as a part of your marketing mix. Number 6, loyalty programs and personalized offers. Integrate dynamic pricing into loyalty programs, rewarding loyal customers with exclusive discounts or rewards. If anyone is listening to this show for any amount of time, we always come back to loyalty programs, personalization, customized offers. Loyalty programs and dynamic pricing go hand in hand. All right, number 7 on the 9 ways to use dynamic pricing as a part of your marketing mix. Online reservations and ordering platforms integrate dynamic pricing into platforms and incentivize customers to book during less busy times or place orders during off-peak hours.
It's a natural incentive that can go together with bookings. And again, like you said, delight them, bring them back, offer them something that just blow their minds, so that that loyalty, it can be an enhancer of any of these other tools, right? That's part of the idea. So for bookings that is the human behavior that the engine starts to capture, that we don't have to teach it. You probably will most likely learn from it more than that the programming or the prompt engineering that you would need for an AI, for example, a chat GPT.
Exactly. Moving on to number 8 of the 9 ways to use dynamic pricing as a part of your marketing mix. Number 8 comes back to us talking about restaurants acting as e-commerce companies, or restaurants are e-commerce companies. So number 8, data-driven marketing campaigns. This is what we've been talking about. Dynamic pricing generates valuable data on customer behavior and preferences to target specific customer segments. Again, these customized guest experiences driven by data, the data that you have attained by using dynamic pricing, loyalty programs, email marketing. You're understanding your customers and your guests on an intimate level, so you can give them exactly what they want, when they want it, how they want it. It's a beautiful thing.
Where everybody knows your name.
I love that show. All right, number 9. This is Jose's specialty and his favorite topic of this episode. Number 9, A/B testing. Experiment with different pricing strategies to see how customers respond and identify the most effective pricing and marketing tactics.
Right. It's the learning of the learning, right? So as you're capturing all this data and results for activities that you choose with dynamic pricing strategies, you feed it back, but you get to choose. This is another part. You are in control. This is where you also get control. You want a tool that allows you for A/B testing, so that you can learn and choose better. Do more of what works, less of what doesn't.
Well said, sir. This list was generated and provided by the Digital Restaurant Association. They recently held the Restaurant Marketing Summit, and Joe Reinstein and Ashwin Kamlani had this really great interview, and along the way there they provided this wonderful list. So I want to give all credit to the Digital Restaurant Association and Joe Reinstein, who is the executive director of that organization. It sounds to me like the DRA Restaurant Marketing Summit went off really, really well. We had a lot of coworkers and colleagues and friends that participated and presented there. Really amazing job they did. So wanted to say what's up to those guys. Okay. Whoop, whoop, whoop. All right.